Alright, what is up guys? Sumner2514 coming at you today with some more Marvel Strike Force Dark Dimension 3 action. Trying something new today where I'm recorded this with no audio and then I'm going to go ahead and add the audio in. So we're going to get into our Dark Dimension here. We're going to go ahead and add our characters. And we're going to try this team out, it looks like. See how it goes. The thought process here is that anytime a character dies, Thanos will feed energy to both Kestrel and or Ebony Maw. Looks like it's going rough. We don't want to ult on Thanos at all because he had heal block. We don't have any of our cooldowns ready. See if we can get some defense up and offense down on them. We're getting beat up pretty heavy here. And we gotta try to get this strife down. That way we quit getting stuck behind taunts and can actually get to characters we want. We got the first strife down. There goes our Kestrel. We're still okay. We got Minerva that can res Kestrel. This should feed the energy directly to Ebony Maw because we were able to kill that minion, which is fantastic. But it looks like we're going to get ulted by Namor. Try to focus down this strife some more. Things are going pretty poor. We can get Thanos healed back up with his ult there. But our Minerva goes down, so I think what we're gonna do is ulted on with the Ebony Maw. And we're getting worked over pretty hard. I think we just let this ride. We're just gonna kind of go ahead and we gotta get through these a little bit at some point. We can't always just quit out of every battle because otherwise we're never actually going to get anywhere. So we're gonna jump back in and we're gonna clear this team out, and I'm trying to think of health bars and everything here on whether we want to start with our symbiotes or if we want to move into our Emma Hela team. It looks like I'm gonna go with the symbiotes with Doc Ock, and I believe the other part of this is Kestrel. Or no, Ghost. My apologies. We go with symbiotes, Doc Ock, and Ghost on this one. I'm trying to think of characters that kind of go together. We want, you know, this team because there's the Spider-Verse with Doc Ock. We got a little bit of turn meter manipulation with Ghost, extending those debuffs with Ghost as well from all the symbiotes. Should go pretty well. So we're going to try to get down Pyro for the heal block here that he adds. We don't want to ult. We're going to basic and remove half his speed bar. So we're in pretty good shape. We got some... We knocked him down into the red, which gave our symbiotes some additional speed bar. We jump over here, and now we're gonna try to work on this strife. I think I wanted to hit that Pyro to get his speed bar into the red, or his health bar into the red, and get our symbiotes kind of rolling. We had some deflect up with that Namor, so he couldn't crit on us. I just want to hit as many targets as possible, so I hit 6 of them there. Thinking about, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stun this Killmonger, so because he's pretty heavy on the damage, and it applies slow to everyone. Now, if we can get back around to our Ghost. He goes ult up, so we're going to extend those debuffs, extending that slow. It looks like we were also able to take out the other shield minion in the back there, which obviously helps. Want to hit again as many characters as we can here, and extending that slow and those bleeds out. Also extending that stun over on Killmonger. And we're going to let our symbiotes kind of help run away with this. We do have still several characters left. I'm trying to decide if I want to remove speed bar on Killmonger. Even though he's stunned, removing his speed bar would be great. Ultimately decide to go ahead and remove Strife's speed bar altogether. Get this extra fodder up just in case they decide to do some attacks. We don't want them hitting our regular characters. We want to hit them with those summoned characters. And then we target as many characters as we can with his ult as well, with Shocker's ult. Ultimately decide to move off of Strife because I believe that Strife is going to die if and when he takes a turn. And we could probably just kind of kill him in the background if something happens where we get, you know, mass ult off of Ghost or off of Doc Ock here. Just removing the speed bar off the Namor. He had vulnerable, so we get to remove the speed bar twice as much of it. We ult there, which kills that other Strife. Now we're kind of looking at lots of things here. Ultimately, decide that Merc Lieutenant is obviously the most threatening here. Again, we're going to hit as many as we can and extend a bunch of debuffs again. Killmonger's basically done. He's not coming back into this fight at all. He's stunned for 6 or 7 turns, I think, by this time. And I decide that I'm going to use this ability here because it's only going to remove the one debuff off of Pyro, but it's going to hit 5-6 characters. And we're looking for somebody to stun. Want to go ahead and stun this Merc Lieutenant. He's getting ready to take a turn. And although we could probably rewind his speed bar with Ghost, we just don't want him taking a turn at all. So if we stun him and then rewind his speed bar, he's definitely not taking a turn anytime soon. We get ulted on here by Namor. We're okay. We got defense up on all of our symbiotes, all of our characters. And we're just going to try to get through this Merc Lieutenant. Using our Ghost to speed bar manipulate. Looks like we were trying to steal something off of him. Looks like maybe he had a defense up. So we stole that off of him so that he'll take even more damage. And it kind of fits what we want to do. Trying to spread debuffs here. I think I've got Merc Lieutenant kind of on the ropes. He's going to die just due to natural causes at this point through bleeds and AoE effects. He's stunned and he's still a million turns away. So we're going to start working on characters that can hit us. Which is this Namor. These Namors are pretty dangerous. And he had a ton of debuffs, so we're going to go ahead and grab the opposite of those and give them to our team. And we'll work on this Namor again. And hopefully we can get the, yeah, we're going to go ahead and I think extend all those. No, alright, we moved to the basic because there's only, what, 6 characters out. They all got 100 debuffs on them. Shocker, go ahead and ult. Get that extra energy for our anti-venom. Hopefully spreading some debuffs on Namor as we killed him. We're going to work on this Namor, even though we're going to get forced to attack those shield security. We want to work on this Namor and get him as far down as we can here. He's got defense down. We're going to remove speed bar off of Hawkeye over here so it doesn't blind us or remove our buffs. and then come back and work on this Namor some more. He's got a ton of debuffs, so I'm thinking, okay, we're going to go ahead and spread some debuffs over here to this Hawkeye. And we'll stun the Hawkeye as well. Remove him from any kind of situation that might arise. Okay, we like the Kingpin around because he summons those ads, which helps us as far as being able to get speed bar on our symbiotes. And this Ghost should kill everything and extend a ton of debuffs, which is what we were waiting for. So that way we were able just to clean them up and get some damage where it needed to be. Now again, I'm going to use this here because it doesn't remove a ton of debuffs, and that's the kind of thing. I know it does more damage, but we're just looking to hit a bunch of the characters, get them all into that red real quick. And we don't want to remove all of our debuffs. Just basically with here with Doc Ock, we didn't have many buffs for him to remove. Hopefully spreading some of those debuffs from this shield security over to the other one. Alright, still stuck behind shield security here, but he goes down. And we're going to try to spread some debuffs, I believe, from someone. No, okay, we're going to go ahead and work on the Strife. He's kind of over here by himself. He's over there, obviously, with Hawkeye. Hawkeye's kind of out of the picture for a while. I think my thought process is we want to attack the ones kind of further away while we aren't doing any AoE attacks. We do go ahead and spread the debuffs from that Hawkeye over to this Strife. I think we're going to target the Magneto here to extend debuffs as much as we can and apply bleed to a couple additional targets, being Magneto and that Strife. Shocker will go ahead and hit several characters. Now she's blind, so we just basic to get through that turn. Getting that additional heal off of our Anti-Venom. Little annoyed, I kind of forgot that Doc Ock only doesn't summon additional characters, even though his ability says he does. It's basically summon Shocker. So I kind of wasted Doc Ock's turn there. Should be okay. We're forced to target this Strife still, which is okay. He's got a ton of debuffs on him. Now I think we're just going to ult here, and that way we can get a few more debuffs on him. I don't want to use Symbiote Spider-Man's ult on this Strife. We want to go ahead and try to work him down without having stun. I want to try to get stun on maybe the Magneto, or saving the stun for the next team that comes up. Now there was that ult that we went ahead and used there. It did a ton of damage to him. There's our stun on Magneto, which we wanted to. He was about to take his turn, so his turn was kind of null and void. And we're going to work on this Strife over here, try to get his health into the red. Spreading some debuffs, removing half his turn meter. Fantastic. Okay, getting that extra turn meter on our symbiotes. I'm going to target this Magneto and special... Nope. Alright. Oh, I decided we were going to try to take out that Hawkeye there. Alright, now we got to figure out who we need to attack here. I believe it's going to be the Killmonger or the Hawkeye. Not really concerned with Mordo. Alright, we are concerned with Mordo in this one. We're concerned with the heal block and the blind and the stun from Mordo. Plus Mordo heals whenever another character dies. So we don't want to deal any damage to him, and he just kind of heals up. We'll target this Kingpin, get the max out of Shocker's damage here. Ult on everyone. trying to, I think, burn this Mordo down now. We got lucky we resisted his heal block. So now we want to burn the Mordo before he ends up doing any more damage to us. Okay, now we gotta work on this Hawkeye because the blind and the removing of all the buffs. We're forced to attack either the shield security or that strife. I'll opt with the shield security because he's going to keep taunting whenever we knock a character below that 50% health. We'll get our fodder back here in that shocker, just kind of taking extra hits. Bolt there does a ton of, special there does a ton of damage and hits a bunch of other characters. We have no choice but to basic here. But I think, yeah, I think we end up targeting. Oh no, we did go ahead and do it him. Thought we went ahead and targeted that strife, but we ultimately just decided that we need to get this shield security down here. Doc Ock's looking a little worse for wear, but he's about to take a turn, and he should basically full heal. Well, half heal, but still in great shape. There goes our Ghost, which gets super annoying because we worked so hard. But it'll be alright. We'll get this done, and then Symbiote Spider-Man can still extend debuffs. We lose a little bit of our manipulation of speed bar with Ghost being gone. So now we're just going to have to try to manipulate speed bar by getting our characters to go even faster. I believe things start to kind of run off the rails with this one here. I know it sounds weird, but since Ghost is gone again, we lost that speed bar manipulation, so we're kind of stuck taking actual turns with characters instead of, you know, removing them from a turn order or so. Get to hit 4 characters there. Probably should have targeted that Hawkeye with that special because it would have hit 5 characters. Now this should give us a ton of speed bar here. We get 300 per, so there's almost a full speed bar worth of speed in those minions that Kingpin just summoned for us. The unfortunate part is we still had to attack them, but looks like we're going to work back on Killmonger so that we can finish him and so he stops healing. We'll ult here so we can remove buffs from Hawkeye. It looks like we were able to take him down too. Got to work on this Merc Lieutenant. It's really not optional, in my opinion. When you see Merc Lieutenant, he is top of the kill order. We're just going to basic here because we don't get any use out of the special. Really gotta hammer down on this Merc Lieutenant. We're starting to kind of lose some ground with our characters. Our symbiotes, as you can see, are not sitting at full health. Try to spread some of those. Things basically end with this team right there. when anti-venom dies. Lose a lot of the sustain. Hit a bunch of characters. Our goal, I think, at this point was mostly to get down that lieutenant before we lose our entire team, because we don't want to go into the next fight with the lieutenant up. Now we're going to start. We don't have any basics really here, any abilities to conserve, but going to try to start conserving those abilities from the rest of our team, which is basically just Carnage and Knockback. Alright, so that one finished up. Now we'll go ahead and head in for our final attempt on this. And just setting it up here with Emma in the middle as a big tank. I wanted Sinister on an end. My only thought was maybe to move Zemo to the end as opposed to Silver Surfer on the end, because Silver Surfer gets some good healing. Trying to decide what our kill order needs to be. I think it's going to be a Strife. We just don't want to get taunted by him. Now I should have targeted Killmonger there. I realized that right after I did it so that we could remove Killmonger's charge. The ability block on the Strife is still pretty good. And we're able to deal with Killmonger in a different way here by just blinding him so he can't deal any damage. And the ability block on the Strife keeps him from taunting. We went ahead and stole Namor. Wasn't quite sure about that. Thought maybe Killmonger might have been okay, but we went with the Namor. I think we're going to change our targets here so we can hit 6 characters. Yeah, that's the only reason we changed the target there. Just being able to hit as many characters as possible. Our Zemo goes down, and I think this one pretty quickly falls off the rails as well, if I can remember right. We're going to go ahead and do our best here. We're going to spread this ability block, I believe, is what we ultimately decide is the best thing to spread. Keeping as much damage off the table as possible by just making them do basics on us. Now we need some health on our Hela, and removing that heal block, which is why we do that. And now we're just going to try to burn this Strife down before he does anything. Again, should have targeted maybe Killmonger or Magneto with that special off of our Namor. And we're going to just try to remove Pyro from the game here. Now I'm going to try to remove a buff with Emma there. That was the difference in the target. And I think we ultimately decide we want this Pyro to have disrupted so he doesn't gain any kind of offense up. He was just about to take his turn. We didn't want him to do anything that was uncalled for. Remove that Pyro, and then I think we're going to try to focus on this Killmonger so he doesn't come back to haunt us here in a minute. He's also low on health, and I'm just trying to start conserving my characters. We got 9 more enemies total, and we had 6 of them on the field, so we know that 3 more are going to drop on us. So if we can maybe get the drop to happen, see what we've got to work with. We got the drop. We know we need to take Strife out. This should ability block him because I believe we ult on him and just ability block him, so no taunting of him. Also throwing heal block on everyone. And with the Emma going down, I believe I just go into conservation mode here, and we're going to try the rest of it tomorrow. Oh, Silver Surfer goes ahead and use his special. And that there ends our Dark Dimension 3 run. So we should finish. We should come back tomorrow and we'll finish that up. Looks like we got a little bit of roster help. We're a little short on those pieces. They're not anywhere to buy in the store. And we're gonna crack a bit of a couple of the orbs here real quick. Trying to maybe see what kind of gear pieces we can get. And just because cracking these orbs is fun. Since we got them, we might as well crack them. We'll churn through these orbs real quick. Get all of our training mats back from the back to boot camp event that was around. Got a pretty big hit there. 25 of them was real nice. Another 25 on the side. Really helps our training material crunch out. We didn't have a ton of a crunch, but a little bit. Again, we're just opening these orbs. We need to get them. We need to open them up, so I do open them with you guys. And I believe we're just going to churn through these real quick here. Nothing too exciting. Don't really need the blue gear. We're just cracking the orbs here. You guys can see what we pick up through them all. Got 6 more to go. Again, just cracking these. Don't really need them. Just cracking them with you guys. Come down to this purple gear. Again, don't need any purple gear either. Let's see what we get. I think the only purple gear we're really interested in is some of our pet gear right now, because we kind of hammered through a lot of pet characters most recently. Alright, these orange gear orbs, we definitely need these. We're looking for some pieces to finish up some of our characters so that we can look at that DD4 run, as we've had to take a couple of days off from doing DD4. We just don't have the pieces, so... Don't really get any of the pieces we really were looking for. We'll jump over and crack some character orbs, mostly looking for these gamma raid orbs here. Don't open those orbs. Not going to open any of these, but we're saving for Adam Warlock. We are going to go ahead and crack these here for you guys. I was able to get my stockpile of ions back up, and now we're just strictly looking for the ISO pieces. I'm mostly looking for those blaster pieces like we just saw, and controller pieces, which are the little yellow ones like there in the middle. Fantastic. Don't have any blue ISO 8. My alliance isn't at that point yet. And the store buy is done. Just gonna scroll down here, check out. I do look for that serum piece, but we do have 83, so not interested now. Not buying any of those characters. Merc Soldier I need one of. I bought the AIM Infector. I think, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy Stitcher here just because we had some additional credits. Looking for those isomers too over there. Went ahead and bought that. Human Torch is still not at the 350, so not going to do it. And I really would like to spend some credits here. We ultimately decided against it. We need those additional credits for Ghost and Long Shot. And I was checking to see which piece we needed for Silver Surfer. Double checking to make sure that that piece wasn't what I needed. I knew I needed a piece, but ultimately not what we need. And we're done with the checking the store out. We'll come in here, we'll grab our orb. Been really having a difficult time keeping up on the and I can't remember her name. Moondragon. That's it. Been having a tough time keeping up on her event. But see what's going on with the event. Got a couple of Loki shards, or Loki for president that we can get through here. Get a couple more of the Moondragon. Had some war or some arena battles we can do here. Think we can take this team out, but that Kestrel, we're gonna stay away from the Kestrel. I think we got a better chance to take out this Black Bolt team here. The idea is we're gonna take our Zemo and we're gonna ability block the Emma so she doesn't clear any debuffs. We're gonna hope our Emma doesn't get that their Zemo stays away from our Emma, but typically he doesn't. He goes right for her. We're in a rough spot here. Now our Kestrel will go next. He did target her, so unfortunately we lost our Zemo there. And we use the special, which helps us get defense down on some characters. Now that Kestrel still got her charge, so we just basic there, and then we're gonna put it on auto, I believe, 3v1, and we'll get the summon. Kestrel had the ult, so she was able to take down Silver Surfer pretty easy. Ultimately, the better choice here is we were able to gain a few additional spots and get the actual win there. So I believe that's mostly going to do it for the video today. Sumner 2514 on YouTube and Twitch. If you liked what you saw, make sure you leave me a like, comment, share, subscribe, binge, and hit that bell notification icon so you do get notified when I upload new videos. Now, if you're on Twitch, make sure you're subscribed so that when I do go live, you are getting notified. And we're just going to finish our cleanup on this here. We're going to go ahead and say once again, this has been Sumner 2514. And thanks for stopping by, and y'all have a good one.